This video to our presentation is Sunpeak Ventures. It's a bulletin board listed company trading under ticker SNPK. CSTAR's only been trading since March. It was all the way up around $2.40. I don't know anything fundamentally about this company. This chart just popped up on a scan this morning. You can see it's fallen well off of highs, all the way down to 3.5 cents. But it seems to have found a solid support level right through that area. And it perked up on Friday, closing up almost 30%. Because I'm not zoomed in, this reads that it closed at a nickel, but it looks like it closed around 5.5 cents, somewhere in that area. And because of the last few months, when it's put together a nice little up day off of this bottom, it's followed that up with 2 consecutive more days. So I want to keep this on radar this week and see if that pattern is going to continue. See, we've got the MACD trending right around 0 on an upward path, but pretty flat over the last 3 months. That's still a very common position for a sharper move to happen. PPO also made a trend back towards 0. Looks like a bullish cross just now happened. ADX, bullish cross is happening with the positive DI breaking through the ADX itself. And that's a nice look. With the buying pressure, MFI's just shot straight up, moving to the upper half of that indicator now after being bearish for several months. Accumulation distribution still just basically flatlined, even though it is making slightly higher lows. It actually looked at the Chaikin money flow, which is based on the accumulation distribution, to get a little bit better of a read. And see now for a couple weeks, factoring in the 20 prior periods, buying pressure is outweighing selling pressure. CCI's made a sharp move, broken through negative 100. So we talk about a lot of times bottom feeders would look at that point as the buy point. But of course, technically speaking, per the rules of the CCI, the official buy signal doesn't happen until it breaks through 100. But it's certainly moving in that direction, registering about a 92 right now. Full stow, also putting together a nice little climb, showing a little bit of bullish momentum's coming into the play. And although the tricks has been fading, it looks like another bullish cross could be coming. Ultimately, what I'd look for in this slow moving indicator is to climb its way back above 0 and hold above that mark, try and make a higher high than this old level, and establish some sort of an upward channel. RSIs, of course, they're a gauge of momentum. Sharp move with the buying pressure. Volume didn't increase that much on Friday, but it was slightly higher than average volume over the last couple months, and that alone was enough to take the RSI and make it move sharply upward. Any pullbacks, I want to see the red and gold lines, 14 and 21 RSIs, hold over top of 50 to show that some bullish momentum is being sustained in the play. Now, from a candle standpoint, as I mentioned, nice bottom support there at 3.5 cents. Any deep pullbacks, I'd want to see that ultimately hold, or there is no more support in sight, and it'd be hard to gauge where the chart could possibly go to. To this upside, I think it's important that it's moved through this 50-day moving average, and I'd be looking for it to try and hold that level on any brief pullbacks. Now, granted, it didn't close much higher than that on Friday. It does pick up some more support down here around 4 cents, but being this is the start of the week, I'm really looking at this to try and continue with some upward pressure in the near term. If it falls back, I'd be much more skeptical, but based on the patterns throughout July and August, that has me looking at for continuation this week. Now, there is a little bit more resistance that comes in there at 6 cents. Of course, that'll be the first area it has to push through, but then I think it's got a pretty clean shot to up here around 8 cents before it meets any more resistance. Now, closing around 5.5, that's a pretty substantial upside. And then beyond that, it's pretty clear sailing until up around this 17-cent area. But I always encourage staying short-term focused first. That means seeing how it performs out of the gates on Monday, see how it reacts if it can come up here and challenge this resistance point. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in the SNPK chart. But as always, it's merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching and trade smart.